Oh, hello. So today I am going to be doing another shell challenge, but instead of me making it this time, Little Wolf Simmer has actually made it for me. So if you haven't already seen, I made a shell challenge for Little Wolf Simmer, and we both posted, and I posted mine on March 4th, and so did she. So in the last video, I kind of just made the shell. I kind of put the wallpaper on the outside. I roofed it, and I did some landscaping. And so on her channel, she actually furnished it. And it turned out really, really cute. And I liked that it had kind of like a backstory to it. When she was going along, she was kind of making like a story that went with it. Um, and she also made a really cool reference. So if you haven't already seen that video, you should definitely go check it out. I will be listing her channel in the description below. So, oh, and one more note before we get started. I had seen a couple comments saying, that my mic was a little bit low. So I'm hoping maybe this time I fixed it. So I am going to go into the gallery because this time she made a shell for me. So we are going to open our gallery and we are going to drop this menu button down here, EA account ID, and we are going to type in Little Wolf, oops, Simmer, and search. So for some reason, it does say that there's custom content on it, but there isn't. So if you want to be able to find this, you might want to include custom content and just take this box off. It's under the same hashtag that my other one was on. It is wolfpumpkin. It looks really, really cute. And I'm not going to lie, I did take a peek at it. But it looks really cute. It's on a 30 by 20 lot, so I've just kind of moved like us. I think this might be the same, or I think it might be a 30 by 30 lot. I could be wrong, but I think this might be the same. So it says, here is a shell challenge that I made for Pumpkin. Remember, you can't delete the existing walls, doors, or windows. Feel free to landscape if you want. Good luck, and I hope that you have fun doing it. So we are going to place the lot and furnish it. I actually think that we might be on the same lot as what she did. We're totally on the same lot. That's so funny. So we're building in just the main world of Willow Creek. I almost said Willow Crest, I'm not gonna lie, but it's on Willow Creek. So here is the house. It's really cute. I like doing this kind of stuff on my builds when I'm just kind of like off, not recording a video, but for some reason I can't ever get it to look right. So, this is actually really cute. So this is the outside of the house. I'm assuming maybe I'm gonna put some plants right here. I'll put like a couple of trees. Maybe I'll put some bins back here. I like that there's this like porch kind of bit, and I like that there are two back doors as well. So maybe I will just have like a little mat back here, and on this one, so you can wipe your feet before you come inside because you don't want to track a whole bunch of mud. Oh, there's also another one. I like that because then the other area could be more for like sitting, and maybe I might add like a little rocking chair out here. But this is really cute, and I like the door that she used. So let's go inside and check out the shell. Okay. So it definitely has a little bit of like an awkward layout, but that's the whole point. It's really cute though. I think I might make this side the kitchen. This might be the bathroom for everybody to use. I might put laundry in here. This could be like the living room, and maybe we'll stick like the dining table over in like this corner or just kind of in the middle. I'm not sure what I want to do there yet. Just because I don't want the dining room to be super far away from the kitchen. And then maybe this could be a bedroom, and this could be the bathroom, and maybe like a little closet for the bedroom. Okay, so first, we're definitely going to want to put some lights down. Or, actually, I think maybe we should do the outside first. Just kind of get some stuff back here, you know what I mean? So we'll just go down, so that way I'm not constantly getting flipped around. And it already has a mailbox on it, so I don't need to add one. Okay, so let's see, what kind of trees do we want to put back here? Maybe definitely a big tree. I always put a big tree down. So let's see, which one do we want? No. Oh yeah, I forgot it's cold, so it's not going to look quite right. So we will just probably stick that maybe turned this way. off into the corner, and then maybe we can add one of these little trees near the front. I'll just stick that down there. I know it's both on that side, so maybe we'll just stick it over here. I don't think we need a lot of trees, but I think I will just add one more. What about this one? Just to kind of like give it more, you know, like when it's finally warm outside, so you can have a whole bunch of greenery. I'm hoping that looks right, but I don't know if it does, just because I can't see. But so we definitely won't be getting too into the landscape and stuff because you can't really see. So I'm just gonna go ahead and landscape this, and I will show you when I'm finished. Okay, so this is all I have. I didn't do very much just because, you know, I can't really see, so I don't know what the trees are going to look like, but I do think it's going to look nice. So this is just kind of like the front of the house. I just put some grass down, you know, like I just kind of scattered it around. Here are the two bins over here. I didn't do anything on there yet because I want to save that for furnishing. And I just kind of added this little bit right here. You know, maybe they like to cook outside or something like that. Who knows? Maybe they like to spend their time outside. Maybe they have a dog. So this is just the landscaping. So I am going to go inside now and see what we can do in here. Okay, so we definitely need some light. So let's grab some light. Okay, so now that we are all lit up, let's put down some flooring. I normally like to go in with this kind of floor. I'm feeling like it's going to be like a dark wood in here because this house, it definitely looks a bit older. So I want to have some darker wood in here. And then I think that we are going to make this part the living room. I normally always kind of put carpet in bedrooms. I just think it's nicer. I don't know. I feel like that happens more often, is like there's carpet in the bedrooms. I don't know if I want to keep that wood because that's going to be the kitchen. Or if I want to do some sort of tile. Let's see. Let me just put down some tile in here. I always have some sort of office as well, so I don't know where I'm gonna put that. First, let's get some arches. Before we worried about that, let's get some arches so we can kind of just go straight into the kitchen rather than having a door. Now, do we want these kinds of arches, or do we want the square ones? Let me see. I don't want them to be too big, not too big. Maybe that one, and then we'll have it here as well, just kind of leading in. I wonder if, will it go away? No, it won't. So I'm just gonna leave it kind of like that, or maybe just scoot it over a little bit more. Okay, so that's not gonna go away. That's like a little bit of a pet peeve of mine, is when like the doors don't disappear because I don't like looking at them. And then let's grab these doors, and I will stick that more on this side, kind of near there. And then we need a door in here, and okay. Do we want the living room to be closed off or open? Because I'm thinking we might want it to be open because there are so many doors around here. Yeah, okay, so we will have it open. So let me just copy this and then place that there. And I think that looks a lot better. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. We also need like a little tiny archway in here as well, because we need a smaller one. Is there a smaller one? There should be. I don't like the way that one looks though. Oh yeah, here it is. Yeah, because we need to be able to get into our, oh, and that's sticking in there. But we need to be able to get into our, there we go. We need to be able to get into our little dressing room. It's not like a big dressing room or anything, but it is going to have like a dresser here and then maybe some clothes hanging up and some shoes and whatnot in it. Okay, so let's just take a look. Okay, so I know for sure that this is definitely going to be the kitchen. It's the only thing that like gets me is I don't know if I want the dining room to be like right in the center, or maybe I do, because then maybe I could stick like the computer maybe in here, because that might be nice to be able to look out the window, and then maybe a bookshelf. Yeah, okay. So let's just let's just do the kitchen first. Okay, so I think I'm gonna leave it like this, and then maybe put like a hutch in this corner. I know it's not like ideal to have the fridge being right there, but it's the only place I can really think of. Before, I did have it over here, and then I just kind of had it like another shelf there. Oh, maybe we do that. But the thing is now is, where is this guy? I think, yeah, I'm just gonna switch it back around. Okay, so the sink could be kind of like right here, and then maybe we could have the stove over here, and we'll just put that down, and then I'll get a little sink to put there as well. I think that works. I think I'm just a little, bothered about the door, but I think it's okay. Yeah, I think it's fine. Okay, so, because I can't delete any of these windows either, so I have to just leave it where it is. Or do we just want it kind of like on one wall? Let me see. What if we just have it on the one wall? I mean, this is definitely going to be a very long kitchen, but I think that might look a little bit better. And then, maybe, if we want to make this like shorter, I'll just bring it over here. And then maybe we could have like a teeny tiny little island, maybe? Here, let me see. That's definitely too close. I don't think that we can have any bar stools in here, but I think this might be okay. I think that might be all right. See, I just don't know. What if we flip this around again? And then I'd have to put the stove right there. Stick that there, and then maybe flip this back around. Does this make more sense, doing it this way? Maybe I flip this around. I think that might be a little bit better. So then we have some space in here to put something else in there. I think that might be okay. It's not, I know, it's not the best, or did we like it the other way? Yeah, I don't think, so I changed this again, obviously, but I don't think that I really like that. What if we kind of have that in the kitchen? Could that look nice like all over the walls? Or would it be too much to have it fully tiled in here? Because I kind of really like the way that looks. Like, I like all the brown. I think I might actually leave this. Even, I know it's like a bunch of tile, but I really, really like it. Okay, so we are going to put some window coverings back up. What about this? Could that be? No, it's not long enough. So I'll just put this here, put that over it. And then we also need a fire alarm in here before we leave without that. So maybe I'll just put that in the middle. Does it need to be higher up? Maybe I'll just leave it like that. Or maybe just below, actually. There we go. Okay, so this is kind of like the idea of the kitchen. So now we need something for the wall. Actually, let's put a little microwave in this corner. Or do we want it right here? I think that could look really nice because we have so much counter space. And then we could put, let's see, I always just kind of like type stuff in, or do we want that there and then maybe a coffee machine, or the other way around? No, I think that we will just leave the microwave there, and then we will add, I just type in like paper when I want to try and find like the paper towels. And then we need to go back into the kitchen, back into this. Oh yeah, I'll definitely get that. And then maybe they have their groceries that they haven't put away yet. And then we'll want, yeah, I still want to keep that. I need something up on the wall, but I don't know. I'm just going to stick this right there because it's like, maybe they've got more dishes. So I'm thinking about the Realm of Magic herbs that come up. Let me see, where could it be? Yeah, these. Like, maybe she just has some herbs hanging up. And then if I could find some, like, pots, I think that'd be pretty great. Yeah, I like this one. I like the way that looks. I don't think that there's any more of them, but that's okay. And then I want those pots that are up on the wall, not these ones, but the other ones. Where are they? Oh, I went right past them. I think that would look really nice if those were there. So maybe I might move this up just a little bit more. See, I think that that's pretty much the kitchen done. I don't know what else. I don't think I like that there. I think instead what I'm going to put that there is maybe an apron. Stick that right there. Maybe change the colors. Maybe blue could be nice. And then I think we definitely need some sort of rug in here as well. Okay, so the kitchen is done, really. So that's our kitchen. Now let's move over into like kind of like the dining area. Maybe I'll stick that like right here. I don't know what I'm gonna put on it though. Maybe I'll move it actually again. Just stick it right back over here. I don't know what I'm gonna put on it. That's the issue that I have. See, now that would have been really cute had it not looked like this. I don't know. I feel like that's more of like an outdoor thing, but I really like the cover that's on top of it. But I don't think I can do those like feetsies for it. Okay, so I found this table and it kind of goes with it. I'm just, again, it's right in the middle. Do I want to maybe like switch it around like that so that way it's not taking up as much space? It just, something is bugging me and I don't know if it's this maybe that shouldn't be there. Oh, that disappeared. Oh. Okay, there's something bugging me. I don't know what it is though. Maybe we don't have it right there. Maybe I can just kind of like put it here. It's just, it doesn't make a lot of sense no matter where I put it. Okay, hear me out. Does this look better? Because I think it looks a little bit better. The thing I can't get over right now is kind of like this bit. There's just something that's not right about it. Maybe we just have like a little nook for a dining room, or we kind of just put it up against this wall. Let's see, what do we have for smaller tables? Because it probably would definitely need to be like square. But it's killing me. Okay, so this is kind of what I came up with. I changed the walls and the floor, and I think it looks a whole lot better. I couldn't figure out what to put in here, and this being kind of like in the center was really throwing me off. So I know that Little Wolf Summer really likes, animals, and she, like I said in the last video that I posted when I made her a shell challenge, that she was doing the 100 strays things. But I know that she really likes animals, so I thought, why not add this in here? Because, this is her shell challenge. So now that we've got this going on, I think we definitely need a piece of art on the wall. Maybe if I just I think maybe leaving it right there is pretty good. So we'll just leave that there. And then we definitely want to add a little rug to get like for the inside. So let's just put this down here and then grab it as well and put it for this back door. I was going to put it over here as well, but we already have a rug right there and I kind of don't want to like do too much. You know what I mean? Like I'm already trying to like cram all this stuff in here. Now, wait a second. Do we want to move that over there? Because that could look a lot better. And then maybe I can add a mirror over on this side. Maybe like a mirror that's up on the wall. Yeah, we could add a mirror that's like on the wall, and then we could do, I'll type in coat, and then I will stick this right here. So maybe like, you're coming inside and you want to put your coat down, or maybe you're leaving and your coat's already hung up and you put it on. Maybe you want to look at yourself in the mirror before you go out to make sure that everything looks right. So I think that looks pretty good. But the thing is now, what do we put in the middle of all of this? Like, I know not everything has to be like super covered. I also think I'm going to add this here. I don't know if that's like a great idea, but I do kind of want something there. Oh, and then maybe we should add shoes as well. Let's see. We can take these ones and just kind of like scoot that right up underneath there. Is there a different color for this? Not a good one. So we will just leave that like that. What should we put in the middle here? Or maybe we will just come back to that. Let's see. What about the bathroom. Let's put down some tile. But what kind of tile do we want? I normally always use either this or this one, but I think I kind of want to go for this tile. Yeah, I think that could look really nice. Let's grab a little shower, because I think the only thing that we're going to do in here is probably just a shower, or we could do like a bath, but I don't, it is a very small, bathroom, so I don't want to do too much, you know what I mean? Yeah, because then I'm going to have to put the toilet right there, and the sink's going to be there, so I think it's better if we just use a shower. So which one should we use? Probably this one. And then I will get a toilet. I never failed to use that one, I swear. And then we will just stick this sink down. Nothing like too fancy, because this is just, you know, this house is supposed to be older. It's not supposed to be like super modern or anything like that. I always like to put this down as well, just because I think it adds so much to the bathroom when you don't have a lot of space. So I think that's our bathroom done. Maybe we could add this. Maybe we can add that there. And yeah, I think that's like the main bathroom finished. We will definitely come back to that. Actually, we could add like another painting here. I think maybe we could add like this painting just because it's kind of cute, you know? But I kind of want it to be like a square painting. Maybe something like that could be really cute. I'll lower just a little bit, and then we might want some, like, let's see, book, and then we might want to have like a tiny little like bookcase for them. Yeah, something like this, because then that can go in like the middle, and then I'll add like a purse or something. We will add this one. And then I'll change the color. Maybe we'll do like a brown purse. And then I think that that's okay. I don't really need to add too much. Maybe I'll add like a little basket over to the corner or over to the side. What can we put here? I don't really know what to put on this wall. We'll come back to it. So this is what we have so far in this room. It's kind of like our dining room / entryway almost. And then let's see, what can we do for, do I want to do, yeah, I'll do this one first. This is going to be the living room, I think. This might be a lot easier to work with. Let's see. Accent tables, because we need something to set this up on. So we'll put that down there. I don't want to put it too close just yet because I still have to put curtains down. I think I might use the same curtains. Do we want a really big TV? Or do we just want this one? I think that one might look a little bit better. I kind of want to change this color though. But to what? Maybe the darker one. And then before I get too carried away, what if I bring back the curtains that I have in the other window? Do we actually want it that color? Or no, that looks too weird with the floor. I think I'll just leave it this color for right now. Let me scooch this back some more then. Yep, that looks really good. And then I might use a different TV stand actually. But first, let me just kind of put some stuff down. What about this? Or maybe scooch that back a little bit. We'll see. And then we need a couch. I think I want to use the one that's like locked. But I used bb.ignore gameplay unlocks entitlements, so it should be, I've scrolled past it a million times, I'm sure. So let me move this forward just a little bit. And then I want a rug. Now, do we want like a fluffy rug? Because if so, I think I've got like the perfect rug. Maybe this one could look really good. Or actually, because that matches my couch so perfectly, maybe we can do something like this. And then have it in that color. Maybe we could change the color of the curtains to more of like a white color, kind of like tone it down a little bit. And I definitely think I want to change that. I don't like how that looks at all. Okay, I know it's a lot of the same color. I do know. But I was also, actually, give me 1 second. Okay, So the more I thought about it, the more I was like, well, why am I going to do that if I could totally have like a fireplace in here. Also, I think I'm going to use this rug just because I think it's really cute and it's starting to get too matchy-matchy, if you will. So let's see, living chairs. I am going to use the same one. I'll scooch that in here and I'll scooch this one back a little bit. So that's cute. That's kind of cute. And then I could add like, let's see. Is that too many chairs, maybe? Just because of how tiny it is, you can't really get around, can you? And then I can add this plant somewhere over here. It's just, I don't want it to look too, I guess, I don't want to say perfect because my builds are far from perfect, but I don't want it to look too, like, intentional, if that makes any kind of sense. Maybe this needs to be a little bit darker. That blue looks really nice, but I feel like it's way too dark now, especially with this. What about if I change this back to that? Or do we like, I think I really like the orange. I just wish that this, I had a better color for it. What about that one? No. I think maybe I'll leave it like this. I know these colors are kind of ridiculous, or actually, I will just put it back to what I had. I know some of these colors are ridiculous, but bear with me, please. And then what could we put back here? Not much. Let's see if maybe there's like some sort of bookshelf that I could get back here. I wish this one wasn't so big because this would look really nice, and I wish it wasn't so like super duper colorful. So I can't really use that. What if I just put this in here? Would that look nice? I wish that there was like a shorter one that I could put back here. Or we could bring more of that orange in. And then I think that there's a smaller version of it, right? And just stick this on the side. And then this be the right piece. Or this needs to be brought over for sure. Yeah, I think that looks okay. I mean, I fear that this orange is like way too much. And we might need to like tone it down. But I really like that orange carpet. Maybe I just need to tone down this one. But then, you know, also look at that, because there's like a lot of white, I guess, if you will. Or like that creamy kind of color. Maybe it's the couches. Maybe I need a different couch. Okay, so this is kind of what I have. I'm not sure what else I could add in here. I do really like these orange couches, and I feel like it really suits this. I don't think I'm going to change the color of these. I just kind of added a cute little flower up there, and then I put the lamp back there because I was like maybe my issue is that it's so full back here and it already has all of this stuff going on. So I guess now we could probably add like a little, you know, those fire pokers, whatever they're actually called, because I don't know. But, oh, well, tools of fire. Yeah, that works. We can add that there. Or we could add it on this side, and then I can look up, you know, another basket. Which one am I thinking of? This one. Because, you know, what if you want to, you know, cozy up with a blanket or some more pillows on the couch? And then maybe we can add this plant again. I like adding a lot of plants if you haven't noticed. I really like it. And then maybe on this wall we could have like a little picture. Okay, so I found this. It's kind of just like, it says it's spirit, like camp spirit, but maybe they went on a hiking trail and they took their map with them and they brought it home because they had a lot of fun, or they went with someone that meant a lot to them. So it was like full of memories, and maybe, you know, it's from their past, maybe when they were in like high school or something, and it was like a high school challenges with like another high school or something like that, and they wanted to keep the flags that they won, and maybe they found these flowers and they kind of like dry pressed them, if you know what that is, and they like kept them. So maybe that could go there. So this is the living room, and I think it's really cute. So let's move on to, I guess, also let me just go ahead and grab this. So let's move on to the like washroom, if you will. So we need a washer and dryer, and they're already stacked, which is great. Or would it have been fine? Here, we definitely want to, I want to change this. I want it to be white. And then we still need a color, like a wallpaper in here. So let's just grab some paint and then maybe stick that on there. Nothing, like it's nothing impressive or anything like that. It's just a washroom. This would be nice. I wonder if it's too, oh yeah, it might be too big for it though. Oh, this one's better. So we'll do this one. Maybe I'll lift it a little bit higher. I don't think I want it in blue either. Maybe we'll do this like woody tone. And then while I've got this open, I could probably just put like a little rug in there. Oh, these are a lot bigger than a little. But like, what if I just had one in the middle? You know, just something to step on. So that's kind of it on that one. I don't think there's anything else that I want. Or do we want to put this in here instead? No, I think I like the other thing better just because it's not so cramped then, you know? Okay, let's go in here and decide what it is we are going to be doing in the bedroom. I was kind of thinking maybe like blue for the bedroom, but then that makes me want to change this. So what else would we want to put in here for that? Maybe something like this? What if it was just like kind of like gray? Yeah, that looks really nice. And then it's, at least then it's a little bit different from the main bathroom. So that's cute. Now, where are we going to put this bed? Maybe in the middle here? But, oh, actually, because, see, this is the only other issue that maybe I'll shove it up against there and then I'll put like a desk over there. Because, oh yeah, I forgot to do a desk. So let's just push the bed. I mean, it's probably just her anyways, because I was thinking that it was like a single female who lives here. So it doesn't, I don't think it really matters. Do we want this bed? I'm not sure. Maybe, which one was I thinking of? Okay, so yeah, we are definitely going to be changing the wallpaper. I didn't want to, but I feel like I have to now. What about just something really plain, you know? So that way we can have like a really cute, colorful bed. And do we want to kind of put it like this? Do I want to move the door then? And just scoot it over a little bit? I say a little bit, but there we go again, moving it really far. No. No, I don't. I want to put it back. I'll just put that there. Yeah, I'll put the desk. So I put the desk there, but now I'm not sure. Maybe I want to like flip this around and put it there, and then maybe we will move the door over. Yeah, that looks better. Yeah, I think that looks a lot better actually. And then we could move this over to the middle if we wanted to. It's just, it's kind of really close to the bathroom door, but I kind of like it that way. Let's see. Let's go back to bedroom and look at end tables. Maybe we'll match our desk and put that there. But, I think it needs to be a bit lighter. Yeah, I think it needs to be like that, just so it matches, you know, with the bed frame a little bit. And let's move this out just a tad. And then I will put up some curtains. Let's see, what kind of curtains do we want? I always put these down, but I really like them, you know? Because it also adds like a lot of color, and I think it looks really pretty. And then we'll want to add some sconces. 1, 2. And then we'll put some real curtains over here. See, but now that I have those curtains up, I don't really want these ones. So I will just put the same curtains that I have there on there. And then maybe change the color. Do we want to keep it blue? Or do we want like a different color? Maybe that would actually look really good. I feel like that might be a little too high up. Oh, no. There we go. Yeah, I think that looks a little bit better. And let me remove one of these lights because it's crazy bright in here. Okay, so let's put our computer down. What kind of computer do we want? I always put either like this one or this one on there, but I don't think I want to do that this time. I mean, this would be kind of crazy. But I think we will do this computer. I will get a little lamp and put that there. Yeah, that looks a lot better. I think I'm gonna leave it like that. And then I need to move this up because it looks awful. That low. I think I only did that just because the other stuff was there. I'm gonna put that there because, you know, what if she's reading, you know? And then maybe a candle. Maybe I'll put a candle here. Or do we want like this candle? Because that could look really nice. Or actually, do we want that candle but on this table? Just one little candle. Is that in the middle? I don't think so. There we go. Yeah, I like that. And then I will add this candle again. And then let me move that, of course. And then I'll put that kind of like back there a little bit. And I'll scooch that. And I'll scooch this one too. That also means I need to scooch this over just a little bit. Yeah, that's a little better. And then maybe a plant. We'll just keep like a little plant here. No, that's a fire hazard, it says. By the way, if you haven't noticed yet, I really like using plants. I don't know why, I can't help it. I just really like them. I'm going to put this here as well. Because, I mean, it's not like she's really going to be able to use anything on there. And then I'll just stick down a really simple, cute plant. Okay, that looks great to me. I mean, it's covered in plants, so of course it looks great. We will get a little rug. I think this might be nice, but it might match a little too much. That's okay. I think that looks good, actually. And then we want a dresser. So let's get a dresser. Maybe... I think so she can still have a mirror. I'm just going to put this little dresser in there. And then I will put like a mirror as well. And then maybe we should change the color of this to blue. Yeah, blue would look really nice. And then just a quick little picture, I guess. Maybe just a cute little picture like that. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much done. And then we need her bathroom, which I'm definitely going to be adding a tub in. Let's see. But like the fancy one. You know what I mean? I think that's good. We want that to be white. And then all she needs is like a toilet and a sink. Do I want to put the toilet like here and then have counters in here as well? What if it was also blue? Is that too much blue? I think it might be. Yeah, I think it's too much blue. Let's see. And then we could add this sink. And then I will put down this mirror. So that way it kind of matches the one that we have in the room. And then we need just something right here for when they get out of the shower to step on. I actually really like that color. What else do they have? They got candy. Oh, we'll do that one because that one's like, it matches closer to the bed as well. And then we want maybe one of these. I'll just put that kind of like right there. And then I will make that green. Also, we need to cover up that window right here. And that's the bathroom, really. I don't think that there's much more that we need. We could add like one of these if you want. I mean, yeah, that would make a lot of sense, huh? Okay, so is there another color I could use for that? Maybe that. And also, I think I might need to change that to something darker, or I just need to change the color altogether. I will just use this color because it's really bland in there. Okay, so that's her ensuite bathroom. This is the bedroom. Okay, so I do think, actually, okay, real quick, let's just add, oh no, we can't, can we? Because I don't know if they'll be able to reach it. That's okay. Let's see. Let me go under chairs. Oh, a little rocking chair I think would be really cute out here. So I'll just stick that right there. I think I'm going to leave it in the yellow as well because it looks really nice. I don't want to block the door. Also, we need like a little welcome mat. So I'll just stick that right there. Would it really be like a house that I'm furnishing without a plant? Because I don't think it would. And then, oops, did not mean to do that. And then maybe we'll come back here. Hello, Sim. And then I'll add another one of those. These little, oh, no, not that one. Maybe we could do this one back here. And then I'll put that there. I'll put this one here. Since we didn't have one inside, I guess we could probably have one outside so you can do it before you get there. And then maybe, I don't know what to put out here. Maybe I'll add like some sconces so that way it lights it up. Okay, so we've finished the shell challenge from LittleWolf Simmer. So this is kind of just the outside again. I put a little rocking chair here and a plant because it wouldn't be me if there wasn't a plant. And then just like a couple of trees back here. I just put some rugs so that way you can wipe your feet before you go inside. And I just kind of put like a little cooker out there and, you know, a little place to eat your food if you want to eat it outside. Oh, I forgot to add a little rug on this one too. So that's it for the outside. And then let's go inside. This is kind of what I did for the inside. So here's where the dining table is at. There's a little space for the kitty cats. Also, I seem to have forgotten kitty cat food. A pet bowl would be useful, I think. So I guess we should probably stick one down. And a kitty litter box. Oh my goodness gracious. I don't even know why. I don't even know how I forgot. So we'll just stick the kitty food maybe in the kitchen. Maybe just like right here would be good. And then the kitty box could go maybe in the laundry room, honestly. I'll stick this over here. And then we'll add the little kitty box right here. Okay, that's good then. Shoo. I can't believe I forgot that. Okay, so now we're really going to go on the inside. So this is kind of just the entryway along with the dining room. There's not too much in here, but I think it looks nice either way. There's for the kitty cat, little scratching pole, a little space to sit down, maybe take a little nap in, a little kitty food bowl. This is the kitchen. It's a little cluttered, but it's not too much. And then if we go over here, here's the living room. I think the living room might be my favorite room just because of all the colors that are in it. I think it looks really nice. So that's the living room. This is the little washroom for them to do their laundry in, and also the only room with the only light that we've changed. This is the main bedroom with a little computer in it and some plants, of course, on the side. Here's it's just kind of like a separate spot for their clothing to go into. And then her bathroom, which is really cute. This is my favorite like shower tub combo to use just because it's so fancy. And then this is like the main bathroom for everybody else. If you have guests over, obviously you don't want people going into your bedroom to go use the bathroom. So this was it. I had a lot of fun doing this. And I'm really excited to see if me and LittleWolf Simmer do anything else together. I have a couple of ideas, and I'm sure I'm going to go over them with her. If you want to see, you know, part 1 of her building this, you can go and check it out on her channel. Again, I will have the link to her channel in the description below. Thank you so much for making this. I had a lot of fun doing it, and I think it turned out really cute. But thank you so much for watching, and I really hope that you enjoyed it. So if you could please like and subscribe, that would be really great. And also, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!